Good time of day, guys! My name is Godzi, and welcome back to another episode of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Last episode, we completed chapter 16 as we arrived in the submarine and the little blue dude sent the fucking meteorite into the sky, the control room with it. That was crazy. And the real Sissel, evil ghost man Sissel, possessed Kamila and tried to kill Lynne, but he failed, and instead she got killed by falling rubble. So that's something. That is something indeed. And then we saved her with Missile, and now we're drowning. Let's continue the game. We're probably really close to the end. Chapter 17, 5:10 a.m. If this isn't the last chapter, the next one probably is. The upended submarine continues to sink, slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynne and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. But at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. Some weird amalgamation of shit. I'd assume this has to be Ray, right? It's been too long since he showed up. I don't think Ray is the real Sissel. I don't know who Ray would be. Is Ray maybe Jowd's wife? I don't know. Cause, yeah, she actually would have died near, well, is it proximity to the meteorite fragment? It would have to be proximity to the meteorite. So, if it's just Sissel's spirit, then she wouldn't get ghost tricks, right? I don't know. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? Yeah, that's weird. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, this... What? This doesn't... Did he just... Why would Sissel have saved her, though? So he could kill her himself? So it's Sissel, and he's a amalgamation of things. Needed the glasses, though. I see you managed to survive, detective. Hey, you're... Excuse my appearance, I seem to have lost my body. Sup? Oh, and you there? You're the ghost who's been saving Lynne all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I don't really know. Pfft. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Oh. Who in the world are you? Sissel, look at you. What happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way tonight, trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Sissel. Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. What? But they call... Huh? I bet you'll remember really soon. Who you are, and who I am, too. What? Wait, his name's not Sissel? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. But you still have the glasses, which is funny. So what's his deal? I guess she's out cold. They got us good. It's all over for the submarine. Its engine room is destroyed, there's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had to deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temsic fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean, they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah. That meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. Oh, okay. I guess he's just being like, well, I'm fucked. You're fucked. I don't know. Let's chat. The radiation's power effect. These 10 years. I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. And I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. Oh. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers. Like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently there are individual differences in the powers we get. And it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small living creatures. I see, so that's why he waited so long. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. It is? How then? Well, Sissel, not Sissel, got hit by the meteorite. Missile died near the meteorite that was buried in the ground at the park. And not Sissel, maybe Sissel, but not Sissel, died near Sissel, not Sissel's body, which had the meteorite fragment stuck in it. In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. It's radiation. That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day 10 years ago. That must be super fucking painful. A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. So of course, I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute! Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Yeah, he died after getting run over by... We still don't even have a name for him, actually. Simp. We'll call him Simp. Aren't the Temsic remnants still right there in that park? At the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation, too. Yeah. So you're the cat that for some weird reason was in that suitcase that Sissel, not Sissel, was holding? And then he manipulated the cat's body and ran off? I'm so confused. I don't know what the point would be of having a cat in a suitcase. But, oh well. The radiation's time effect. So then what about Ray? Huh. Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite? You can do what? One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death. Replay the moment of death? Ugh, this is all so strange and confusing. I can't take it all in. It makes about as much sense to me as anything else. Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? Contradictory existence. That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death. Oh. What? My body's vital functions stopped 10 years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed, not really alive and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day, my hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with a scalpel. So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. Okay, and then revenge. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. Excuse me? I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives? It's part of the deal. I made those guys promise to cooperate. Okay, no, don't glaze over the our part, bitch. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know. They had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Huh? Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Temsic. Detective Jowd was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanela and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. Okay, yeah. And as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well. So they stole my Temsic fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. Yep, Lynne. You, detective. Me? I see. One final target? If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Okay. But I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. Huh? 10 years later, and you'd become a detective, looking into Jowd's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. Okay, finally solving this. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago. So of course, you didn't recognize me. I see. Oh. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Understandable. And that explains why her arm was finicky too. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. But the Justice Minister? The aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark. Oh. Yeah, she hit the box, which the cat was in for some fucking reason. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan, anyway. And then that guy showed up. So that means Sissel, not Sissel, was here during the first part of the game, huh? But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. Yep. Not Sissel, not Sissel, not Sissel, not Sissel, not Sissel. Maybe Sissel. Started doing ghost tricks. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. But then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Aha, the inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back, no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsic meteorite. Because you were looking into the Jowd case. They thought you would find out about Temsic sooner or later. Then wouldn't that also include, like... Hold on. The park guy? He knew about it. Ah, whatever. Oh shit. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush the submarine. Oh no! There are no cores that link from here to the water's surface. I have an idea! We hook up the phone line and... There are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for this submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape. I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years. You what? This feeling. Cut off from the world. All alone in a submarine. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. That must be how you felt all along. I mean, okay. Not what I meant. Oh, good morning, Kamila. We're all gonna die.
Lynne?
Kamila!
Is it true? We're stuck here?
What? Oh,
If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us.
Aw. Oh, Kamila! I'm so sorry! That's funny. What is it, Sissel? Am I Sissel? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not telling you. There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsic fragment and escape, if that's what they wanted? Why'd they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. There was a core there. We'd be able to revive him. Because without the meteorite, it's just a body. A dead body. But then Ray was saying... Why was Ray saying that it has to be a day-old body? What's up with Ray? There's something weird with him. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute! Yes, we do! Oh. This will tell us where Detective Jowd is. That present from the inspector in white. That's right. Detective Jowd told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still in this person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers. Right, Miss Lynne? All three of us? Right. Oh, and wait a minute. What about a torpedo? A torpedo? In any case, it's way too early to give up. We launch a torpedo? Do we still have the capability to do that? Looks like Detective Jowd is our last hope. Come on, let's get started. Okay. Beep. What? Grapes? Are you serious? Why is this machine shoving grapes at me? Well, this looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed. Oh, it sounds heavenly! You're a dog. You shouldn't have grapes. I've been thinking about this for a while now. But don't you think that country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who made a deal with said country. Anyway, looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted. Okay, so now we get up to a telephone. Oh, sick, torpedo room. The torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out. Oh, I get it! You're going to use a missile to ram the control room! Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective Jowd up, but something like that. We'll climb up to the torpedo room, too. Up is definitely safer. Okay, I'll see you there then. Alright. They made it. Looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me! I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. Oh, sick. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now. Okay, let's try it. Good luck! Alright, lower the switch. Switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken? But I don't think the entire device is broken, though. It would probably work just fine if only I could move this switch. We'll just have to find a way to move it somehow. But I can't do it with my powers alone. Yo, what's up? What happened to these 2 ladies? I think that's up to us and our powers. What? This is no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength missile? Me? Of course I will. Count on it! Okay, sick. So we swap these switches. And then go back to Sissel, not Sissel, not Sissel, but maybe Sissel. Perfect. There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable. All set on this end too. But something's odd. What is? The command room. Looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking? Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Right, okay, hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you. Okay, thanks. Alright. Come on, missile. I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head toward the command room where Detective Jowd is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room. Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Alright. Okay, come on, missile. Missile? I'm sorry. I can't go. What? I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynne and Miss Kamila behind. I can't. Missile. I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Sissel. I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynne! You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen. And that's our only hope. But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again! Never, ever again! Even I can understand that! I couldn't stand that!
Don't worry, Missile.
Miss Kamila?
I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry.
Miss Kamila! That's a good boy, Missile. How did I know when he moved course? Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw the switch. We're ready. Sissel? Yes? We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is, I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're going to see each other again. Right, Sissy? Right, Missile?
That's right. We promise, little lady.
Of course we will!
I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes, then. Good luck, friend! Alright. Bye! See you guys. I don't know. What happens if we do save Sissel, not Sissel? Just completely rewrite the last decade? These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynne and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Is Ray gonna show up, finally? Oh. Oh, Jowd's dead, yep. So are we gonna save Jowd and then Sissel, not Sissel? How was this dude alive then? Detective Jowd!
I bet that big masked man did this! I'm going to bite him!
You'd better not, you might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking. So I wonder what this masked man is going to do.
Let's talk to Detective Jowd!
Okay. Hey! Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here! How is Kamila? And what about Lynne? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine Yonoa. So the submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. Oh, he's here too? How'd you get here? It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you Yomiel? Oh, that's his name? So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel? Then where did Sissel come from? That's right. But those people on the Yonoa were calling you Sissel? That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. Oh, okay. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you. Right, Detective Jowd? Right. About Yomiel, then. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know?
Well, it's kinda hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened.
Okay, so it wasn't just that he did some stupid shit. He was getting questioned for some big thing, and I guess was scared for his life, so he tried to run away. That makes a little bit more sense. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynne as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel. Okay. Real motive for revenge. 10 years ago. Oh! Rock! My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world. No question about that. Covenant was so funny, but nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. Hey, fuck you! I wanted to disappear. But I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynne described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. But I'm good now. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? I mean, yeah, that checks out. It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. Yeah, what is the point of the deal, actually? Seems like there's hardly anything in it for you. There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot, and the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth? A new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. I mean, yeah, that also makes sense.
I mean, when you're a ghost for 10 years. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And the response in the end was betrayal. Right. Betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsic was all about. And you had no idea they were doing all this. None at all. I was a fool. So then, why'd they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temsic meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. Yeah. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. Boom! Oh! By Inspector Cabanela and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then, they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary, peaceful park. But there are armed agents there at all times. Oh! Like him? Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. Okay. That park is like a silent battlefield, on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. That makes sense then, okay. So that's it, eh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah. It's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jowd back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now?
But we promised! We promised Miss Lynne and Miss Kamila we'd save them!
And we can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Rewind time. Yeah! Okay, I thought we would have saved Yomiel, but I suppose not. Essionoa control room. So this was a long time ago, an hour ago. So, where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too! Oh, what? By the way, I am not human, Detective.
Oh. That explains a lot!
I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off! We get that a lot, Detective. Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Is that the other dude? Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, Detective.
Oh, lovely.
Now it is time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. Kamila, Forgive me. Ah! Okay. It isn't over yet.
It isn't?
Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning this situation around. I think I know what they mean.
Trick time!
Yep. Exactly what I thought. Huh?
What is it, detective?
Look at Yomiel's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsik fragment is gone. Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead? Oh yeah, baby! I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they're afraid of! What is it? My time was perpetually stopped, thanks to the power of Temsik. Oh, so it's like his body's not old at all? His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The Temsik fragment has been taken away. Exactly. So what does that mean? I get it! Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsik fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So, let's see. That means we can go back? Back to 4 minutes before your death?
But wait a minute! Exactly when is that death?
That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there! Let's move! Okay, but... be my time. Yeah, because I don't really think there's a way of saving Jowd in that room anyways, right? Okay. Are we gonna be 10 years in the past? I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever. And then I saw it. The final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all of the clues. All I have to do now is remember. Why say that if you're just the cat? The final journey to the truth starts now. Okay. Oh! Clear chapter 17. Alright. Whee! Oh, that's cool art. Okay, we'll save, and we're doing the next chapter. Yep, final chapter. Oh boy. When was Yomiel's death? It was 10 years ago, when the Temsik meteorite fell. Because time basically stopped for his body there. We've traveled back through time, and now we're here at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. Okay, 5:26 p.m., Temsik Park.
Starting fires! Yay! It's ready!
Oh, that's like a candy apple? Hold it! Oh. Give it up! Do you really think you can outrun me?
Eek!
Now just calm down and drop that weapon! Stay back! If you come any closer, I'll shoot her! Hi! Huh? Oh, a kitten! Shoo! You might get hurt! That's Sissel then?
Whee!
And that's the piece that hit him. Zoop. And... Are you okay? You're alright now. Are you hurt?
You saved me, mister?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. So that's the Temsic meteorite, eh? It's beautiful, looking at it from this angle. It changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Temsic from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jowd? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. Oh, but we can change his fate of getting hit by a meteorite. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future.
Okay, let's get started! I'm the total shift character!
Okay. Now, how are we gonna save you? If Lynne would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. When her sweet potato is almost ready, she's not gonna budge from that spot. But you know, it makes me wonder. A little girl all alone in the park listening to music and roasting a sweet potato. What kind of childhood did this girl have?
Doesn't everybody have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break!
Anyway, if Lynne won't budge from that spot, then we'll just have to have the fragment move instead. Okay.
Ah, can't reach.
So missile's over here. Roasted sweet potato. I doubt we can swap that. Nozzle, nozzle, nozzle.
Meh.
Okay, we really can't go anywhere, can we? Talk.
Miss Lynne looks so happy.
Sure, she's happy. She's about to eat some sweet potato.
And that happiness is about to be shattered in a single instant when she drops her sweet potato!
I don't think you're seeing the big picture. Anyway, we have to keep our eyes peeled for a chance to make our move.
Right. We won't drop the ball or the sweet potato.
But if Yomiel's here and he can use his ghost tricks still, couldn't he conceivably control Jowd and not shoot him? I don't know. Whatever, let's wait for an opportunity.
It's ready!
Hold it!
Eek!
Okay, what's up with the cat then? So, we're at the roasted sweet potato. You're now up here and therefore can get there. But that's it. He can't get anywhere else. Oh, turn up the headphones? Okay, that was...
What are you doing? You're gonna hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears!
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. You really startled her. You even made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyway, at least her fate was changed, albeit ever so slightly. Are you kidding? Yeah, fucking... make Lynne go deaf. That's the solution that we were all expecting. Okay, hold on. We have a basket that we can rock. that's moving this potato. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh.
Oh, look at that sweet potato! That big, scary sweet potato!
That's not a sweet potato missile, that's Mino.
Oh, right, of course. But look at them, the potato and Mino. Right now, they both have the same shape.
So you're saying you could swap them, huh? Good idea, Missile.
Okay, here I go, and I'm going to need your help.
My help? I don't think...
Oh, he fucking can't reach.
Okay, then we need to go back. I have to jump into the potato in order to get to the lower nozzle and blast the potato up so we can swap it in Mino. So, we already did that. Okay. So go here. Spray.
Whee!
And go into this. Go this way. Spray higher. And swap! Don't know what this does. Oh, we can technically swap that? So then I have to swap this, and that stops the meteor, and I think we just won. Oh, look! The lamppost is bending.
But it hasn't broken yet!
It really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. It just might hold out for a little while longer. If I recall, the Temsik fragment smashed through the glass lantern on its way down. But if Mino sits firmly in its way, then fate should change. Okay, so do we just watch now? Well, I think we're literally stuck here now. We can't go anywhere. Oh, no, Missile can still. Don't know what the purpose would be.
It's about time for that meteorite to come down.
Don't worry, Missile. I think we're ready for it. Look what's right in the fragment's path.
Oh, okay, that giant sweet potato. If anything can get in the way, that ugly monster can.
Ouch. Anyway, now the fragment's path ought to change. And then it hits Jowd instead. Alright. Or it knocks it over. There! How's that?
Look! The fragment's course, it changed a little.
Now Yomiel's fate should really change. Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path? In its path? No! Jowd! Oh, my nuts! Oh! Detective Jowd! The Temsik fragment shot through his leg! What? But the cruel twists of fate weren't over yet. Come on! Put it down! Huh? Jowd, put the gun down! No! If you don't, you're going to shoot him! I don't know if it's his detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver. Put the gun down! No! I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands.
I won't let that happen!
Missile, the bullet is stopped in midair.
I'm here, inside the bullet. I've done it before. Now let's swap it with something. The potato.
What? With what? Detective Jowd, the meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. We won't let you become a murderer. We have to prove the murder is in the detective's isn't the detective's true fate. And to do that, we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as the bullet around here. Potato! Oh! Are you kidding? And he still gets... he got fucking impaled! Oh, no. We stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back might not have changed, but I'm still alive. What? I'm not dead, I'm just unconscious. Okay, so your fate of death has changed, but still, this fate is just too painful to watch in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. And then the rock... Ah! Look out! Wake up! You gotta get out of there! How did that rock get there? Damn it. My leg won't work!
It's all over! We're out of time! Miss Lynne!
It's not over yet.
But there isn't anything else to swap with!
Why don't we just let it play out and then try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse, and then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that! Why not? Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but her memory of it would remain, like a scar in her psyche. Ugh. I won't let that happen! Not if I can help it.
But what can we do now? Even if we work together.
Time for my powers. I think there might be something that can be done.
What is it? What can Sissel and I do?
Don't forget I'm here too. With 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death! Yomil! Sissel, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get it. Just trust me. Let's go. Alright, I'll try to move there. Now, gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all! And remember, you'll only have a split second. Okay, now do it! Got it! Oh, you're launching that over there. Now it's your turn, Missile!
What? Me? What can I do?
I think you know the answer to that.
Okay, got it!
You can swap them! That hunk of concrete will go back to its original position.
But, even if I swap them, it'll still be right above Miss Lynne.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them.
Okay.
It's no use! We can't stop that horrible Nino!
What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or two helped. Oh, it helped alright. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn? Oh, him. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute. You mean... That's right. I'm going to save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Oh, okay. Whoa, my legs! Ye gods! What the fuck? So is he still alive, or... Oh, you're awake. Why couldn't he just manipulate her to get out of the way? Actually.
Hey, mister, is your knee okay?
Huh? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt.
You saved me, mister?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me?
But you're right here.
Not what I meant. I think you could do it quicker than I could.
But... What's that?
This is a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave.
A detective's badge?
Is that just a lollipop? Oh, no, I thought it was on a stick for some weird reason.
Thanks!
Okay. You know what to do, little detective.
How do I work a phone?
Oh, fuck. Are you alive?
Yeah. Sadly.
Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It was as if somebody else was controlling me. I see. But you know, I'm glad it happened.
Where's my potato?
Oh, the cat.
Hey, mister. I found this kitten. It was over there.
Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray.
It's kinda limp. Is it okay?
I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. Doesn't look like it's injured or anything.
Poor little kitty.
How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten?
And that's Sissel, right?
Because by erasing Yomiel's death, we basically erased the entire fucking game! Well, looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sissel's. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my head. I'm a cat! Catboy protagonist. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years. You were my one and only friend. And you kept him in a suitcase? How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend. Ugh.
I think. Why do I sound so different? I know I'm a cat, but seriously? Hey, how do you think I feel? Are you... What? This is stupid! I want my cool voice back! No! I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world.
Hold it!
Eek! Somebody, please look at me.
Huh? Oh, a kitten! Shoo, you might get hurt! Aw.
Somebody, please reach a hand out to me.
I had just only died at the time. I had lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore. But I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. With no recollection of who I was, I lived as a cat with you for a while.
Okay. After a while, wait. Oh, yeah.
After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat. And then the man got his body back.
That also explains why you can't fucking read, obviously. I'm back, baby! I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see. Just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomiel." I'm sorry? Okay.
The man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man, and there was nothing I could do for him.
I see. So Yomiel had a fiancé then, who died.
For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness.
Or is this Yomiel talking? I guess. For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness, with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects. But then after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. I see. And Sissel was in that box that he made him shoot. When I got my revenge on Lynne, I would see that light. Or at least that's what I tried to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. Yep. The Black Cat! I was possessing Sissel then. I wouldn't look very much like a murderer if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend? Sissel was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Sissel, there inside the bag, was dead. What? Yep, the first shot hit the bag. That's crazy, though. I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything. Or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Sissel inside that bag. Yes.
Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of Temsic radiation.
Right.
And that's when I got my powers of the dead. My ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynne tonight. If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me?
It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to.
Huh? Why not?
Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't.
You mean?
I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that.
But you're here 10 years in the past now!
That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. Aw. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate, and I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Yes, I believe you're right. So, this was the
last fate to be averted, eh?
Fate averted! Okay, so then we don't go back and save Missile, because this just erases that anyways, right? So, Yomil, looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yes, and I'm glad too. Is this Missile talking?
I think I kind of understand now.
Oh, no, that's Lynne's words. What you've been feeling these 10 years. Yeah. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness.
Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born.
Right. We should get back to our new present.
I can't wait to see Miss Lynne and Miss Kamila again!
So these past
10 years will now all vanish.
Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did. My crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, eh? And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynne hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Sissel?
Yes?
When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It will be like we never met. So, before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry.
That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yomil?
Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you.
Me too, Yomil. Sissel? Are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't! Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then. Sissel, I'll never forget you! I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy.
Aw. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. Please don't piss on my furniture. So, let's be getting back home, little black cat.
Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Jowd. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning. And now, we're each going back to our own new present. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Aww. And then Lynne is still dead somehow. Wait. Okay. Before you go back to the new present, I wanted to thank you. Oh, Ray! Did you forget about me? Before I cease to exist. Oh, it's you! Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you have forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I am really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you? I'm not supposed... I feel like we forgot to write this into the story somewhere. Fair enough, I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. Another version? You changed the fates of many people tonight. The first of which was hers. Yep. By killing a man. Well, what was I supposed to do? Oh, I think I get it. I think I understand. Is Ray Sissel from, like, a different timeline? Like, he went back to 4 minutes before... But no, wait, no, why would he... No, that wouldn't make sense. He would have gone back to the present. He wouldn't have stayed in the past. No, that doesn't make sense. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. No, wait, am I right? But then how did he stay here? After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. Oh, yeah? And then he killed... Oh. Oh, wait. He's not Sissel, he's Missile. Damn, you're well strapped. I just simply wanted a different voice. I got sick of the silly animal voice and I found out lamps have a really cool one. Isn't that right, Sissel? Jesus. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left. And in the process... But then wouldn't Kamila have gotten ghost tricks too? If she died near Yomiel? 2 little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw toward his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. Oh, yep. What? Look at that! The powers of the dead? But how? He didn't really understand it himself. Not yet, anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Hey, wait a minute.
How close do you have to be to him? Because if Kamila doesn't count here, then geez. Oh, you have to die in that radiation field, I guess.
That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy.
And Kamila didn't.
But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects.
He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady.
The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do.
And that still happened, Jowd died, yeah.
In the end, he was left behind with the man in red in the deep, deep sea. And then, he went back
He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death.
What?
Oh, wait. What? I figured he would have just gone back to Sissel's body, right? How did he get to the submarine? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. You could just stay there? That does... But after the 4 minutes, you would go back, right? Or maybe not? No, yeah, you reverse time. You don't have to, And you go back to the present after changing the fate, right? Huh. And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold.
So that was you, huh?
Oh, Lord.
That's right. I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years.
You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own. So you decide to wait those 10 years out. That's so silly.
Exactly. And then at last, that fateful night rolled around again. Fucking animal voice, I want my lamp voice back.
You're the one who went back to it.
I know. By this time, I had grown old, and my powers were weak.
So then why did you say the whole thing about only one night? Was it just a lie? For the sake of it? I don't know.
So I decided to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second. You were able to manipulate that desk lamp. Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened. But I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching the man in red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he can do. Like travel through the telephone lines, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before, on that night the first time around. We what? We met before?
Okay.
From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynne had lost her life at that junkyard on the edge of town. I followed the ghost world path to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene.
How'd she die down there?
Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. It made my fur stand on end, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot on that night the first time around as well.
Okay, I thought he was gonna say that. Alright.
You had lost your memory that time, too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said.
Oh!
And then you disappeared. Away over the telephone line.
How did he figure that out, though?
I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time, I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, to Yomiel. What?
I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit.
Okay, so yeah, that was just to motivate him.
A time limit? That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have been all over. And you mean that thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. Now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile, I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile. So you waited and waited these 10 long years. All for the sake of your two ladies, Lynne and Kamila, eh? Of course. Because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Sissel. Aw. So the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what had really happened in this town tonight. I made my way back to a new present. This time alive. I want to eat fish.
Alright. I guess I'm satisfied enough on the Ray thing. I wish we had, like, a couple more run-ins with him, but oh well.
Huh? How come it's dark?
Because you're alive.
I'll just turn on the lights here.
Oh, it's Lynne. Never mind, wrong character. So it's this house. It's Lynne's birthday. But she's not gonna get shot this time. Oh, yeah. I'm glad us fucking with the timeline didn't change too much.
Were you surprised?
You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death.
Yippee! It worked!
But it's not even my birthday today.
It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made the surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again.
That's alright, Lynne. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Jowd.
Dad, you're home!
Hi, Kamila. Let me introduce you. This is Lynne. She was just assigned to the detective division today. Hi, Kamila. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Lynne. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh?
Something wrong?
You have one of those badges too?
Oh, this? Yeah.
I have one just like it. My dad just gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though.
How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynne? What's wrong with that? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? Not like I didn't actually already know. When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow. Destiny, eh? And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me. Ha ha ha! That you will, that you will.
Don't die!
Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're the same little kitten. That's right, the very one.
You know what? This is a very, very special cat. Daddy talks to it.
I do not!
He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten.
Still a kitten?
Yep, he never got any bigger or anything.
Wow, what a mysterious little fellow.
That is weird, actually. Why would he have not aged?
I know, right? His name is Sissel.
Sissel? Seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. Probably nothing. Something to do with a sinking submarine? I don't know.
I think Sissel likes you, Lynn.
Oh shit! The mom's alive. Alright everyone, let's start the celebration.
Okay, Mom.
Aw. I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow too. And so we meet again, Sissel. Oh, wait. Oh, no. She's saying that because of the past. I was like, wait, huh? How would you remember?
From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate.
What? Ah!
Oh, whoa! Yeah, chicken!
Yeah, chicken!
I guess I really am a cat. Suits me just fine to curl up and watch. Watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their lives as they unfold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while.
Yay! That was awesome. That was a really good ending. I had no clue how they were gonna end it, but that was awesome. Oh, oh! Boom! He taught Missile how to do it too. Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn! Like I said, it isn't my birthday. Hey, Missile, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort. But birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cabanella's got base taste in food. Alfredo better, though, ratio. Aw, this game was awesome. Is it just gonna do small snippets of credits and then extra scenes? Oh. Yeah! Boom! There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now I can be a great detective, just like Inspector Cabanella. What kind of example is the inspector providing for his men? Aw. Is it regular credits now? No, it's probably gonna do a bunch of random scenes, right? Yep. Oh, Jesus Christ, the chief.
Here's your food, gentlemen.
Memory, what are you doing here?
I heard you were gonna be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today.
So you took on a part-time job here again just so you could eavesdrop?
Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals.
Unbelievable that the bartender was just not important. I thought they were setting up for him being important, but nah. I don't even think he talked. I think all he said was strange girl. La la la, I've never cooked this way before. So exotic, so exciting. Turmeric, coriander, cumin, and fenugreek curry chicken paradise, la la la.
Is this really necessary, this new curry chicken menu item?
Oh, but our very best customer requested it. Now good luck with the taste testing.
Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway? Oh, that guy! Because he's not in jail anymore.
He definitely had, like, criminalistic instincts, though, still, right? With how he was trying to escape. And the fact that he had one line in the whole game, too. Just, the bell!
Okay, they're still criminals? Are you sure we really need all these explosives? Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said. And the siren goes off now. I'm stepping away. Oh, wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams! Nice. So they die in the epilogue. Good to know. We still never had a name for Simp Dude. Oh.
So this is where you work, huh, Papa?
That's right, sweetheart. Darling husband, don't you have any ideas at all you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories. The indiscretions of a minister, perhaps. Now, must you talk that way in front of our darling angel? Here's to the stodgy mind of my darling husband. Ow. Aw. I'm glad they really just put their all into this game, it feels. Like, it feels very self-indulgent, but in a good way, you know?
This deal is going quite well. Oh, I must say these grapes are quite good, my man.
Do you know I was about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir? Be forewarned, sir.
Egad!
Fuck!
Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a case of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright just now.
What's their deal that they're doing then now? Huh. The music was also really good. I'll get more specific thoughts, like, when we're past these credit scenes.
Love, peace, and pigeons. Long live rock and roll. I don't remember my voice.
So he's still researching the meteorite then. Oh. Stop the park from charging admission! Protect the rights of those who live here! Okay. That dude was a freaking goofball. It was weird that they set him up like he was more important, but he was just kind of some guy who got caught up in the cycle of death, you know? Oh yeah! Today's the day, you know? He's finally getting out. Who? You know, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. Let me show you a new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomachache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, say, next week? You got it! Those two were also really funny. They're probably talking about Yomiel, right? Oh, that's awesome. "10 long years, Yomiel. Your time's up today. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside." He painted the cat, right? Thank you, Sissel. You're not gonna turn the painting? I feel like he must have, but oh well. Oh, nope, that's the painting. That's awesome. I made animated GIFs. That's sick. Aw. So does he still technically have ghost tricks? Just Yomiel's now? How did he still keep his powers? That's the weirdest part to me.
It's like the only thing that I feel like is not explained. Oh, more proper credits. Yep. Okay. This game was awesome. Jesus Christ. This game was genuinely fantastic. I'm actually floored. I expected it to be like, you know, kinda good. But nah, this is probably... it's not the best game I've played this year, because, you know... Fire Emblem Engage is pretty good. But it's probably second. I can't think of anything else that... Oh, but Tears of the King... I don't know. Comparing games is stupid anyways. This being like, oh, this game's worse than these other games that I also really like. It's like, come on. I'm not about to say my thoughts by power scaling it against other games, but rather just talk about it on its own merits, because it's absolutely a little treat. This game was fantastic. Oh my god. Cute little concept, very insular, which I like. It doesn't seem like this is something they'd ever do again. Very much feels like a relic of the time of, like, you know, DS game era. This really doesn't seem like something that they could do ever again, which I'm fine with, because this game's great. They re-released it. Very good game. Oh boy, the mouse. Yeah, fantastic fucking game. So I guess to talk about specifics, I guess I could just talk about each individual, like, death aversion puzzle. It'd be easier if I had a list of, like, what happened in the chapters in front of me, but I don't. The only one that I was kind of... I think the puzzles of the deaths are very well crafted, but the only one that gave me trouble was the one with the park guardian, because I forgot that I can spin the cage. I was out of ideas because, I don't know, I guess the one thing is, like, the emphasis on missiles powers, and that being the first one where missiles involved, too, makes it a little bit, harder, you know? A wee bit harder. Oh, is that the end of the credits? It basically made me forget about Sissel's powers. Is that my own fault? Maybe, but still. Fate averted. Nice. Oh, got new background. Okay, okay, I can look at chapter select so I can see more specifically. So we'll just talk about it from the start of the game so I can generally remember what was going on. The beginning of the game was really strong. I guess one thing I'll say is that I feel like the story's pacing was excellent. Like, Jesus, I don't think I have really any complaints about how the story went, aside from that one loose thread of why does Sissel still have his powers, but it's possible that I'm forgetting something. I don't see why he still would. Because we changed fate so that he would have never died, you know? Because, like, then otherwise, does Missile still have his powers? Does Yomiel still have his? That's... But also, simultaneously, all three of them are alive, so, like, I don't get it. It's odd to me, but whatever. If they hadn't done that one little thing, I mean, maybe it's just that it's implying not that he still has his powers, but that his soul is where it belongs. I don't know. I feel like they could have depicted that a little better, but that's probably more so what they were going for, because it doesn't make sense that he'd have his powers still. But yeah, the pacing of the story was really fucking good. I really have no complaints. I guess maybe a couple. Like, I would have liked it if there were a few more Ray crumbs along the way, rather than just being a big info dump at the end. But it's still fine. It's sensible. So, like, yeah, fine, whatever. So... As for gameplay, Chapter 1 was a very good introduction to the game. Pretty simple puzzles, simple concept. Introduces us to the funny writing, got a lot of intrigue. It did make me think that we were gonna go the whole game with Sissel not really talking to anyone but himself and, like, Ray. I'm glad it didn't go that direction, though. I think he kind of got to the point where he could talk to too many people, but with how involved he got into the story and entwining his fate with other characters, I guess it made sense. But, like, once he revived Jowd, I was just like, okay, now we're kind of talking to quite a few characters. And then eventually, like, after the Justice Minister, we're just in a room where there's people, like, Sissel can talk to everyone except for Kamila in that room, and it feels a little excessive, but either way. Chapter 1 was good. Chapter 2, I think, was only the room here. I'm glad they had the little timing puzzle there with the projector, because it teaches you that you can use ghost mode while things are still in motion, which is good. But it's still definitely something I forgot about even up until the end of the game with, like, the potato. So yeah. The missile one felt a little archaic, if I'm honest. Like, it felt the most non-specific of everything. Like, the rest, it was obvious what we were supposed to do. Like, the Chapter 1 one, you had to stop Jigo from shooting Lynne. You had to get Lynne to be able to escape from Jigo or get Jigo away from Lynne. Somehow. And the park one, even though I had issues solving that one, it was still obvious what you were conceptually supposed to do. Chapter 3, it was like, yeah, I know I have to get them under the couch, but how the fuck do I do that? And it just involves moving the donut in a different direction. I don't know, it felt silly to me. Chapter 4... That was the one where Lynne was dead again in there. That puzzle felt a little weird. Obviously, you couldn't prolong it for so long that Tengo just never takes the shot, but it still felt a little weird. Maybe it's just because it was the beginning of the game, but I don't know, the whole light puzzle, it felt odd. Chapter 5, I think, was literally just being in the prison, which was fine. The prison section had some really interesting puzzles, like getting down to the lower cells by jumping into the paper and going down the toilet. That was fun. That was very silly. So, yeah. Chapter 6, what's the distinction? What happened in Chapter 6 exactly? Why were there 2 chapters here? I don't fully remember what happened in these 2 chapters. The Chicken Kitchen one was also kind of weird. I don't know. It was a little unclear. Yeah, actually, ringing the bell 3 times. That's what it was. Because it's like, you ring it once and she still shows up. I don't understand why they would have her show up when instead you have to ring it 3 times. It feels like you should just only have to ring it once, because then otherwise, like, why have the bell at all? I don't know. That just felt like a silly rule to me. Chapter 8. So this was reviving Jowd. The Jowd revival was probably one of the simplest ones in the game. Like, that one was so fucking easy. Literally, it's just find a path down to the room, which you've done before, and then explode the chair. It really wasn't that difficult. But it was a fun one, so that's fine. The escape sequence was fucking hilarious. Jowd just rolling between the floorboards. That was awesome. It felt a little finicky at times, but it felt fluid enough, you know? You just had to get used to it, so it's fine. Was this the one where the Justice Minister died? I guess so. The Justice Minister one was fine. Definitely, probably the most complicated one in the game if I had to choose one. Where it's like getting the globe to the left sword. You have to drop things in the right order, and it felt harder than it should have been, if I'm honest. And also being unclear with the globe and the fruit, which way they were headed when you rock them. It was odd, but hey, it was fine enough. This one was fun. I'm kind of not the biggest fan of the fact that Sissel was able to talk to Kamila, but like, whatever. It was still fine. It gave us good info.
And then they just never followed through on the threat Beauty made in this chapter, which I feel like they could have done that. There wasn't really ever an opportunity for that, because she doesn't show up after that until the post-game, where her and the simp dude get blown up. So, like, odd. But it was a fine enough chapter. Chapter 12 and 13, I guess, yeah, that was with, the apartment and getting the phone to Amelie. That was fine. I feel like these ones were more lore and less puzzle, so, like, that's fine. It was a funny solution in the apartment, that's for sure. It was good, though. I mean, it was definitely a little weird, but once I understood that I had to time dropping the chandelier on her, I just didn't realize I could still, that I would get any value out of dropping it while she was walking back. So, yeah. This chapter was overall fine. I know I had to look up a guide in order to figure it out, but it was still perfectly fine. I'm just silly. The missile integration was very good. The Cabanela and Pigeon Man puzzles, they were fine. They were fine. I mean, I really have no complaints about the gameplay with it. Yeah, it was fine. I guess the thing with the bullet was kind of weird, because, like, they didn't really indicate what shape the bullet was at all. So, like, I don't know what to tell ya. I was thinking, like, oh, the book or the knit hat. But no, you had to have the knit hat on the hook, but you could wiggle it back down, which fails you. And I guess you technically could have used the helmet also, but I feel like that would still kill him. It's like how the roasted potato still knocked Yomiel into the fucking hole. But yeah, they were alright puzzles. The Pigeon Man one was a little less archaic, but the Cabanela one was weird. It's fine, I guess. Chapter 16. This is the one where Lynne had her final death. That one was good. I enjoyed it. It was probably one of the simplest in this game. Other than the Jowd one, it was definitely the most simple one. Not with regards to how you stop it, but the game really takes you on a roller coaster. This one feels very linear. And I just liked this chapter in general. Yomiel's a good antagonist, by the way. He was imposing. He was threatening. It was like, it was good. Not to spoil conceptually another game that people might have not played, but he reminds me of the antagonist of another murder mystery visual novel hybrid type thing. I'm actually not even gonna say the name of the game, but it's one that I've played. He reminds me very much of them with the powers that he had, basically. And I think Yomiel's just a better version of that in hindsight with that game. That game was still good, but, you know, I feel like that same concept of, or the same general theme was done a little better here, because it's also less, it's more supernatural and less sci-fi, easier to understand, more palatable, etc., and it was good. Chapter 17 was just getting to the missile. So, like, that was fine. Was there really any... There wasn't really a ton of gameplay to Chapter 17. It was mostly talking, which is fine. And then the last one, that final puzzle was kinda easy, but it had a lot of moving parts and was very chaotic, so I liked that. That was good. And I'm glad it all worked out. It was a very good ending. So I guess, is there anything in extras I should look at? Oh, there's challenges. Oh, these are achievements. Okay, so yeah, clearing chapters. 444 ghosts, 444 tricks, swap 44 things. So what was there? Careful of the crimson light, lead the way outside without failing. In the Jowd escape sequence? That seems a little... I mean, once you know what you're doing, it doesn't seem that hard. But this one was avert fate without any deaths after the final fate change. Oh, right, the room. That one was easy, because it's like, you know when you're fucked. So, like, why would you just let the death play out instead of rewinding, you know? And this one too. I knew when I was fucked, so I didn't let that happen. Captive on the roof? Take aim and nail it on the second try. Is that with the chandelier, right? I guess the second time you dropped the chandelier, you had to, get Emma stuck immediately. Fine. Chapter 14, fail by keeping the ball away from Mino? I'm confused. What does that even mean? Keeping the ball away from Mino? Like, could you move the rugby ball again? That's probably what it means. Like, if you close the dumpster, it launches it out of the way, and you're like, ah, fuck, well, this is stupid. I don't know. Red light, green light, chapter 15, avert fate without any deaths after the final fate change. Yeah, that one's a little harder, because it's like, if you fuck up and Yomiel sees you, he's just like, yeah, you lose. You don't get to rewind during my monologue, you lose. So, that seems more reasonable than the other two, I guess. First appearance of life, final chapter, fail by removing a large symbol? I guess by moving Mino to the left side or something? I don't know. Complete all 5x5 ghost puzzles? What? And clear all challenges. What's a 5x5 ghost puzzle? Oh, ghost puzzle? What? What is this? Oh, you're fucking joking. Ah! Ah! Oh, it's a fucking sliding puzzle. Oh, this is fucked. Ah! Oh, this is fucked up. This is my fucking nightmare. Ah! And why do you have to have fucking chaos music, too? Oh, I accidentally swapped those two. Shit! Oh, no, back. I'm not doing that. Let me guess, starting this one? Yeah, I knew it. Is he going super fast, too? No? That is super fucking funny, though. And on the road? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. That is really cool, though. That's interesting. And memories? Oh, yeah, I guess I can give my thoughts on characters. I guess this counts for both Yomiel and, well, I guess more so Sissel, then. Sissel, great protagonist. He was funny. Yomiel, great antagonist. He was imposing, and he had a good redemption. Lynne was fun, but I feel like she died too many times. I feel like she died way too many times. I don't see why she had to get crushed by the chicken. Like, if you're gonna drop one of them, that one is probably what I would drop, other than maybe the basement. I don't know. Ray is good. Ray was a good character, and I liked his inclusion. I just wish we had a little more of him, because he was fun. Whatever. Preliminary antagonist, who cares? We didn't really get a ton of this dude, did we? I don't know. This guy was funny, if only for his animations. Yeah. This guy existed? I don't know, he was just Jigo again, you know? Kamila was funny, but I feel like her character kind of peaked when she was first introduced, and when Yomiel possessed her, that scene was really funny, because it was hard to take seriously, kinda, because it's just, you know, whatever. Missile was awesome. Missile was the fucking best. Best character in the game? I don't know, but he was awesome. This bitch was a bitch, but in, like, a funny way and an understandable way. Other than yelling at the dog.
I mean, she existed too. I don't know. It felt like those two characters were more so crafted around him, which is fine. Don't care. This dude showed up once. Cabanello was awesome. This dude was hilarious. This guy, I don't care. This dude's a fucking dork. I don't know. Pigeon Man was awesome. This guy was just some meme. Typical cop. Who cares? Pig. These two were amazing. I don't know why they only have one for Bailey, but whatever. They were hilarious. This guy, I don't know. I wish we had a little bit more of him, because I don't know. I'd be kind of distraught if I had been possessed and leaked national secrets on TV. And was like, I swear I did not say that. I know it looks wrong, like I did, but still. This guy, I could at least somewhat more so believe it. Jowd was amazing. Fucking incredible character. He was the absolute best. Who gives a fuck? Also kind of who gives a fuck. I mean, they were both funny, but still. This guy, did he have a name that they ever said? No. She was a little bit more imposing, but fuck, I did not mean to leave. But they never really did anything with her when they totally could have. But they just didn't. This guy existed. She was a character. Oh, fuck. Why do I keep on accidentally right-clicking? Ah! I'm so stupid. I'm not trying to. I'm literally gonna take my middle finger off the thing now. Okay, yeah. Minor crew hand, he existed. And then the other me. Oh, evil. He was cool. I enjoyed him. Yeah. Okay, good game. I liked it. I have really nothing else to say, and I kind of forgot what my next Let's Play following this game is going to be. I've announced it already, I just forget which one it was. I think it's Higurashi Console Arcs, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to check. But either way, great game, and that's gonna be it for the series. I loved this game. I'm glad I played it. Thank you guys for suggesting it to me when it was announced in that Nintendo Direct to be getting re-released. I'm glad I played it. That's gonna be it for this series. If you liked it, then be sure to press the like button, and if you didn't like it, then fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzi, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye! Yeah!